Top 7 foods you should stop eating right now. High blood pressure signs. High blood pressure is the measure of force against arteries. Normal blood pressure is 120/80. If this reading goes above 140/90, then you consider yourself as a hypertensive patient. Between 120 and 140 is a pre-hypertensive stage, which can be controlled even by natural measures like exercise, low salt intake, end smoking, decrease cholesterol, eat vegetables, etc. High blood pressure is a silent killer. And possible most don't even think about their blood pressure. However, high blood pressure can be quite fatal. There are some signs that can indicate that you have high blood pressure, and can prevent you from having a stroke. Some of the typical signs of high blood pressure are headaches, dizziness, pounding in the ears and a bloody nose. But some people experience a small pain in the back of their head or have an increase in urination. Though an increase in urination could suggest your blood sugar is really high, if you are diabetic. That's why it's hard to see the signs. But if you are diabetic and you are experiencing an increase in urination and headaches, then simply test your blood sugar and see if that is the cause. If it is not, then you can rule out high blood sugar, and find out if you have high blood pressure. Never ignore high blood pressure, it can be very fatal if unchecked. The result could be you having a stroke. A stroke can be very deadly and limit your movements. So go to the doctor and see if you have high blood pressure. This video will give you comprehensive information about common signs and symptoms of high blood pressure and food to avoid. 1. Alcohol. Alcohol consumption has a tendency to directly raise blood pressure. If you consume alcohol, you should try to drastically lower the consumption. If your level rises considerably with the consumption of alcohol, it is better not to consume any alcohol at all. Studies suggest that the consumption of alcohol is unhealthy for hypertension patients. 2. Salt. While salt is extremely vital for body's metabolism, consuming large quantities of salt can raise pressure levels in some people. What it means is that a sodium-free diet is a more preferred high blood pressure food. The most important step to use to reduce the amount of sodium you consume is to reduce the quantity of salt used in food preparation. 3. Fats. Saturated fats, trans fats in particular, can have adverse effects on the blood vessels and the heart. Since the circulatory system in hypertension patients is already subject to high levels of stress, any additional stress can be really devastating. The right high blood pressure food must include low levels of saturated fats, fast food, red meat, and moderate levels of other fats, canola oil, olives. 4. Caffeine intake. The effects of caffeine seem to depend on multiple variables such as daily dose, pre-existing blood pressure and coffee drinking habits. The ingestion of 250 mg of caffeine has been shown to cause an increase in systolic blood pressure ranging from 6 mm of Hg in normal individuals to 10 mm Hg in patients with hypertension, and an increase in diastolic blood pressure of 5 mm Hg in normal individuals to 8.5 mm Hg in sufferers of hypertension. 5. Processed foods. A healthy diet is much easier to achieve if you avoid processed foods. Processed foods are frequently laden with salt, an ingredient that makes your blood pressure skyrocket. More than 75% of the salt in your diet comes from packaged foods, and you can reduce your salt intake most efficiently by avoiding these items. Fast foods are also processed heavily, and they are full of salt, added to improve the taste. 6. Sugar. You can lower your blood pressure by watching your diet and by limiting your consumption of foods that have been shown to cause hypertension. By avoiding the 10 dietary items listed in this article, you can minimize your blood pressure and continue to enjoy the benefits of good health. 7. Pickles. Pickles are made by curing them in a salty brine, a method of food preservation. A dill pickle spear may have 300 mg of sodium. An entire pickle can contain half of your daily recommended sodium serving or more. By avoiding the 7 dietary items listed in this video, you can minimize your blood pressure and continue to enjoy the benefits of good health. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our video, please subscribe.